you're a busy dad who has struggled to lose weight and get rid of the dad bod, and you think it's some tactic or strategy, I'm here to challenge you on that. I'm here to tell you that it's actually this hidden enemy within that's keeping you stuck. And I'm gonna share with you a story about my client, Mike, who was able to overcome this inner unseen enemy and lose 50 pounds in 6 months. So Mike, coming into the program, told me that he had tried everything under the sun. He tried every single diet you can think of. He tried every single workout you can think of, and nothing would work. He'd lose 10 pounds, fall off track, gain the 10 pounds back. He'd lose 10 pounds again, fall off track, gain the 10 pounds back. And he kept blaming the tactics and strategies. He kept blaming the diets and the workouts. But upon having a conversation with Mike, I found out very, very quickly that it wasn't anything external. It was everything internal. Just listening to him talk, I could quickly see that he identified as this fat, out of shape, unathletic guy, because that's who he had always been his whole life. Growing up, high school, overweight, was never an athlete, was always fat, was always out of shape. And so he had taken this on as an identity. He identified himself as being this fat and out of shape guy, and he had never transferred things over to becoming this new version of him, this lean, strong, fit, athlete version of him. He never made that shift because he never knew he needed to make this shift in order for this to happen. And so the way this works is very interesting. You see, you got your conscious mind and you got your subconscious mind. So right now, your conscious mind is working. You're present, you're connected to the current moment, you're paying attention to this video right now, your conscious mind is operating. However, behind the scenes, below the surface, your subconscious mind is at work as well. This is the real mastermind behind your habits, your actions, how you think, and the results that you get in life. And so for Mike, his subconscious has been built around this identity that he's this fat, out of shape, overweight, unathletic guy. Because of prior experiences, all the attempts that he's gone through to lose this weight, they have failed. They're all being fed into his subconscious. And in turn, his subconscious has created beliefs based off of these stories that he's gone through. And these stories and these beliefs dictate his actions and his non-actions as well. And so every time that he would go through these programs, he'd start to see some success. He was creating success. He was taking the actions that he needed to take. Whenever he made a mistake, subconsciously, he'd actually say to himself, see, I wasn't supposed to get in shape. I just made a mistake. I just messed up. And in a way, he's almost proving to himself that he's still that fat, unathletic, out of shape guy. What would he do? He'd just drift back to being that guy. So I'm here to tell you that if you failed time and time again with different workouts, different nutrition programs, and you haven't been able to create the transformation that you're after, it's none of those things. It's what's going on inside. This is where we need to make the change. And so a simple exercise that you can do is you can take out a piece of paper and you're gonna draw a line right down the middle of the paper. And on the left side at the top, you're gonna write up the old version of me. This is the past version. This is the current version of you. What I want you to do under that is write down all of the negative habits, all of the negative actions that you're taking that's keeping you stuck. But I want you to go a little bit deeper, and I want you to think about the stories that you have inside of your head that are keeping you stuck, that are aligning you with being this fat, out of shape, unathletic dude. Think about the stories and then think about the beliefs that you have. Based off of hundreds of different conversations that I've had with dads over the years, the biggest belief that a lot of them have is the belief that they're just unable to lose the weight. They're way past their prime, they're too old, they're too busy, they're just meant to be fat, out of shape, unathletic. And that's a belief that they've created within themselves. And it'll be the very thing that keeps them stuck. And so I want you to identify all of this on paper, get it out of your head, get it right in front of your eyes so you can read it. And then on the other side, I want you to think about this new identity that you must step into. This lean, strong, jacked, athletic, energized version of you. If you want, come up with a nickname, come up with an anchor name to use. For me, it's Kratos, the God of War. All I need to do is say the word Kratos and it taps me into this identity. When I'm in this identity, I'm unstoppable. It fills me with power. It fills me with certainty. It fills me with confidence because I want to act in alignment with being Kratos. And so you're going to do the same thing. On the right side of the paper, under this new identity that you come up with yourself, you're gonna write down all the actions that you need to take. You're gonna write up the beliefs that you need to have, the stories that you need to have to align you with that identity. And so when you do another diet, do another training program, and things get hard, you're gonna step into that identity versus drifting back into this old identity that's gonna keep you stuck. This is the key to transformation. You don't only transform physically, you must transform mentally. And when you take it to the next level, you change mentally, you change physically, then you change spiritually. And that's complete transformation. That's something that we do inside of the Forge Father. And so if this is resonating with you, if you're getting a lot from this so far, I invite you to take the next step, and you'll see that takes you to another page where you can access my masterclass that takes you behind the scenes and gives you the 3 key pillars that we follow inside of Forge Father that help you transform your body, your mind, and your spirit. If you're ready to make that shift, go below this video and click that link now.